But it do surprise, Shawty crew. So I kind of want to do like a brief testimony, but also like lesson learned, and lesson learned that will continue to have to like apply in the future. I've been very overwhelmed in a good way, and steadily humbled. Like even yesterday when I was working out, that's all God was really talking to me about, was like just staying humble with everything he's doing. Like just stay humble, whether it's a new big blessing or whether he has dealt with an enemy or anything coming up against you. Like just stay humble. So you all know January I was focusing on that, and not only that, but like having wisdom, like moving with wisdom. So I was going through something like the last 3-4 months. And yes, oh my gosh, something I didn't tell y'all about, right? And so it really hurt my feelings. Like it really did. And what I was just telling my mom was, or actually I might not have told her this part, but learning that like the resistance really is like a strong indicator, and we can't be focused on the resistance, right? But in what God is using the resistance to do in us, to develop us, to test us, right? And then also not knowing what he's doing on the other end of it. Like I feel like a lot of people keep continuing to learn, like, don't mess with me. Stop messing with me and what you know God is trying to do through me. I do feel like a lot of people are learning that, and that's like, it's like really is like double-edged. Like that's what he's doing. And so really having to humble myself, stop taking things so personal, and also learning like it was okay for my feelings to be hurt though. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, how do I move in this? Now I've hinted at different things and told y'all different things, because what I was going through was where he was meeting me, like with the word. So when I did the word about would you still do it even if you didn't get the recognition or the title or whatever? Like, would you still do it? Even coming down to they're gonna fall on their face and we don't fear no man. All those videos was coming through something that I was experiencing. And so I told y'all I had a moment where like I knew my heart wasn't right, because no matter what we're going through, he's still checking our heart. So I knew my heart wasn't right. Like my feelings was hurt, but I knew that it was blocking me from being able to like access him, like yes, in a particular moment, but overall. So ultimately I just cried, stayed humble, really listened to what he was telling me during that time, and like let it go to the extent of I'm not gonna say nothing. I could put y'all on blast, I won't. Like that is something for me, like being on the internet, that's always an option. Sometimes I think it's very questionable how people be moving with me, because why would you do that? But even with that, God don't give me no platform to do that. You get what I'm saying? Like it's been a whole lot of like maturation on my end. Even when I was releasing the accurate part of, it's men out here who are jealous, right? Like it's a lie I could say, but I won't, right? Like, so God just dealing with me and being quiet and really being like, okay, like either he gonna handle them and they gonna fall on their face, or, and even when I was reading Nehemiah, the prayer that Nehemiah prayed against his enemies, like I was like, oh, okay. Long story short, he has been moving on my behalf. He has been thwarting the plans, the plots of the enemy. And even in him doing that, also exposing, like, like I be thinking I'm picking up on it, but like maybe I'm reaching, maybe I'm in my feelings, I don't know. But it being like, no, that actually is what was going on. That actually is who it was moving through. Because it was a lot of moments throughout all of this where I was like, I think they're doing this. And it didn't matter, because God was still exalting me in a way that whatever they were trying to do to stop it, it didn't matter. God was still having his way. And that's the point, the place I had to get to. Like, who do I fear? Do y'all remember that week of videos? Like, who do I fear? Who am I scared of? Who do I believe? Who do I trust? So, long story short, he just handled my lightweight. So I had shared this to Facebook. I didn't even share it to YouTube because I assumed that I was going to make a video. I keep hearing I put my all into this, right? Because I did, and I still do. And so that's why I hurt my feelings, especially when you got opposition and resistance and they're supposed to be believers, which goes into a whole nother thing, like, or even believers in leadership roles. They can be insecure, they can be jealous, they can be unhealed, and we know the enemy moves through all of that, right? So I had put on Facebook, like, let my testimony forever be that I stayed down and kept a pure heart, and God handled everything that was trying to mishandle me and mine. And that's just on period. And then I had added in there, the thing you was just crying about, you're about to be shouting about. And I really had to take him at his word with all of what I was, receiving and hearing from him during all of that. And like, now I'm like, oh, wow, you really handled that. And I didn't have to do anything. I really have been a little shook. And I was telling my mom, like, I can't think of no other instance in my life where it has been like this. Like, there's only 2 things I can think of where I feel like I know I'm pouring my heart into all of it. I know that I had pure intentions this whole time, and yet and still something came up and tried to take it. Somebody tried to sit in my position. You get what I'm saying? Even in that video, saying it don't matter even if you do get up, whether you do or you don't. Nobody can play the role you're appointed to play, right? And so I can't think of no time where this has been the testimony, like an exact example like this. And me knowing and all this, like, if he did it in that situation, he's going to continue to do it in the other ones. I don't have to fight him I don't have to fight God. I don't have to fight nobody. And I can truly be still. So I ended up playing Jesus Will yesterday. And it's heavy on that. He'll fight my battles if I keep still. And that's what I did. I still stayed down. I still kept at it, even without the recognition, right? I kept my heart in a pure place. I was quiet. Like, that's very big for me. Like, just be quiet. And God handled it. So I know if he did it in that situation, he will do it for future situations and any other situation I'm going through where I feel like I gotta fight, where I gotta defend myself. No, I don't. And so I just want to share that with y'all, because again, I can't think of no other instance where it really was like this. Like, I just had to be quiet and he handled it. But he did. Okay, so I don't know who else need that. Like I said, this is something I ain't really shared with y'all what it was, and don't plan on it. But it's like big God out here. Like, and he does not play about me. He does not. He does not play about any of his children. So we really got to get to that place and believe him at his word, and trust and believe that he is fighting and warring on our behalf. He really is. He handling it.